Okay, so here we're going to talk about function transformations. Um, if your original graph is y equals f of x, then if you were to have a new function where y equals the original f of x plus a number, it adds that number to all y coordinates, moving the graph up. If you have the original f of x and you subtract k units, it takes away k units from every y, moving it down. This will multiply taking a constant times the original f of x, will multiply all y coordinates by that value. It'll either stretch or shrink the graph. Okay, in the case of y equals negative f of x, that flips the graph vertically over the x-axis. If you have f of x plus a number, it's going to cause the graph to shift to the left. Okay, it causes ditto here. Okay, if you're subtracting k, it's going to shift the graph right. And f of negative x is going to take the original f of x and move it to the other side and flip it horizontal and flip it. Okay, so I'm going to start with an original f of x. If I have y equals two times f of x, then what's going to happen here is I'm going to take the 1 here. You see the y coordinate 1? If I multiply it by 2, actually, let me make this y equals, no, I'm going to leave it as is. So if y equals 2 times f of x, and this 1 will get multiplied by 2, and I'm going to have double that. Actually, let me save that for later. Okay, let me save that for later. Let's say I have y equals f of x plus 5. So what I will be doing is I will be adding 5 to every y coordinate. So 1 plus 5 is 6. Two plus 5 is 7. So that goes up to 7, up to 5 units. And then this 4, 5, that 5 will be added to 5, so this will go up. 5 plus 5 is 10. So, playing a game of connect the dots. And this is y. Okay. If I choose to do y equals f of x minus 3, then I'll be subtracting 3 from every y. Okay? So 1 take away 3, 1, 2, 3. 1 take away 3 is negative 2. This is also going to be going down 3 units. 1, 2, 3. And this goes down 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Now, that's not really a good idea. Let's try 8. Okay, let's do 8. So, we're going down 8 units. So, from 1 take away 8 is negative 7. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we have 2 negative 7. 3 take away is negative 6, so we're going down 8 units. So net 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this other one, 4, 5. 5 take away 8 will be negative 3, but we're going down 8 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Let's try that again. We're going down 8 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and we had a line, and we had a line. So that's my new Y, with all of these moved down 8 units. Okay? Here's another one. I'm going to do this one, an equivalent of this one. Y equals 2 times f of x. So every y coordinate is going to get multiplied by 2. So 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And 5 times 2 is 10. That's supposed to be a line. It'll suffice. Okay? The y coordinate here got doubled. The y coordinate here got doubled. And the y coordinate here got doubled. So that's my new y. If I have y equals negative x, negative f of x, then all of my y coordinates change signs. So now I have 2, negative 1. I have 3, negative 2. And I have 4, negative 5. Changes the signs of all the original y coordinates. Like so. Okay, that's the new y. Okay. So now we'll talk about this one, these three. If y equals f of x plus 5, by the way, this is 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So let's say we do f of x plus 5. That's going to cause this graph to get shifted 5 units to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this point is moved here. This point has got to be moved to the left 5 places. Okay? To the left 5 places. So this is going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one's going to move over 5 places. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is y equals f of x plus 5. Okay? The plus 5 was in parentheses, and that caused this to get shifted over 5 places. Okay? If we do f of x minus 3, that's going to shift each one of these 3 units to the right. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So that is y equals f of x minus 3. Okay? My original f of x got moved over k units, 3 units to the right. And finally, I want to talk about this one, and then we'll start combining these. F of negative x is going to take this to 1 and make it negative 2, 1. It's going to change all the x coordinates but keep the same y. This will become negative 3, 2. And this will become negative 4. So let me go back and put it on the board what we're doing. Y equals f of negative x. So what this will do is it's going to shift the graph horizontally over the x-axis. What does that mean? It means I change all the x coordinates and keep the same y's. So negative 2, 1. Negative 3, 2. And negative 4, 5. Play connect the dots. This is y equals f of negative x. Okay? All right. Now, let's say that I propose to do y equals negative 2 x plus 5 minus 3. You do this one step at a time. You follow the order of operations. Shift first. Shift right. Shift left. Second, multiply. Last, add or subtract. Okay. Last, we add or subtract. So here goes. Here's my point. Okay, this says so this point we're going to shift it over to the right, to the left, 5 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where it would be temporarily. But we're going to multiply that y coordinate by negative 2. So 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. And then we're going to take away 3 more. We're going to go down 1, 2, 3 units. So 1, 2, 3. All right? The second point, we're going to shift it left 5 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's start over. Okay, starting over. So we'll start with this one. We got this point here. We're going to shift it 5 units to the left. So 1, because of this, because of the plus 5 in parentheses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here's where it would be normally if we just shift it. But now we're going to multiply the coordinate, the y coordinate by negative 2. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. That's where it's going to be. That would be where it would going to be if we shifted 5 and multiplied by 2. But now we're going down 3 more units. So 1, 2, 3. And here is where this point has been migrated to. Next step, we're going to do this one. We're going to shift 5 units to the left. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's what it would be if all we were doing was going to shift, but now we're going to multiply by 2, negative 2. So 2, the y-coordinate 2, times negative 2 is actually negative 4. But then we're also going to go down 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then this last one, 4, 5. We're going to go over, we're going to shift 5 units to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That 5, the y-coordinate 5 is going to get multiplied by negative 2, which gives me negative 10. And then we're going to go down 3 more units. So, 1, 2, 3. All right, we're going to play connect the dots. This is y equals negative 2, x plus 5, minus 3. And that's it. That's my grand finale. All right.